and welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. Alright. I forgot my... Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hello and welcome. Okay, they're gonna put an ad in, and then, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We're gonna do this just to make sure. They're gonna put an ad up first thing, and then they're going to, soon. Okay, it doesn't specify when. So, welcome to the stream. My name is Lee, and today we are... Boom, 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 going live now at everyone. Yes, okay, so, welcome, one and all, to our little thing. My name is Lee, sorry, let me open up a blank document at least. I don't know if we're going to do For the Words today. I haven't put it down. So what we're going to do... Actually, I think I put it on Tabletop RPGs, which means I think... Well, I can change it. Yes. Writers. There's writing and reading. Should I put writing and reading or writers? I'm going to put writers because that's generally what I do, and there's more people there for now. But writers and reading. Oh, hi. Also, let me just check one thing. Community, content, viewer rewards. Here we go. Power-ups and channel points. Yep. Okay, all of the rewards are in. So you should be able to, if you are of GOT, welcome on in. If you are part of Game of Tomes, let's see if the bot... It does! Yeah, so we've been having some problems with the redemption bot, but our, channel point rewards are open, so if you are in Game of Tomes, hi, welcome, you can redeem here. It will count, I think they count them as part of November's because of the way the bot's being wonky. So anyone who's part of November can count the words, and you can put them in their streams, and then after the bot gets fixed, they're gonna go. Satrium agreed to go through and dig out, go through and manually check the reward redemption for that one, and pull out all of the ones from April. So, there's that. Welcome on in. We are going to do a thing. Actually, I need to maybe coax my friend into God, but first thing we gotta do is go to that. Go to, we need to start writing, is what we need to do. I have a thing. I'm gonna count it as light edits. We're gonna do this. Let's see. We are going to go B. B is what we're gonna do on stream. So I'm gonna open B up. Now. No, shoot. No, go away. Yeah, I can't even copy paste. But what I can do is no, I am ignoring you. Is bring up another. So then we're gonna have to do the great rearranging of let's see, LibreOffice. The great rearranging Obsidian Murder Mystery. Here we go. So this should work. Come on. Sorry, it's being slow. There we go. Okay. Yep. They have fun things. Okay, now we do the great rearranging of making this a size so that it fits on the jiggy thing, and I know there's a way to do this. I don't, but yes, we're doing that. There we go. Now we just kind of make this bigger. We can make this a little bigger here. Beautiful. Okay, so that should show you. Now you can all see what I'm working on. At least part A of it. Now we just rearrange the... Nope, not that. Thank you. Now we just have to rearrange this, so I can I can see both and kind of see the chat out of the corner of my eye. That is what we're going for here. If I can do that, yeah, I can see the chat. Cool. Let me see what we have an ad at some point. Okay, yeah. In 1 minute, they're going to run an ad on my stream. To which I can snooze it, I think, but I only get 3 of those, and I'm thinking, I left my water in the other room, so what we're going to do is, I'm not doing for the words tonight because I did a bunch last night, and so I'm set on the streak. And I am opening up a new thing of pretzels, though. I am. I bought peanut butter pretzels. This is the local store brand peanut butter pretzels. They were on sale, so I bought a bunch. All right. So we're gonna run an ad. I'm gonna put Addy up. Then yes, I know it's late for the streak to start, but we're just reviving. Tomorrow is of course Greyhawk Day. But is watch Lee write this up. Oh, and I'll get a stopwatch too. Um, hang on. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna stopwatch going. Um, Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is get a timer. No, 1 minute. I'm gonna test something first. Um, and alright, right thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a picture of Addy. Addy's gonna start. I'm gonna run bio break, water, come back, hang out with you guys. Should work. Okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. I will start when it starts. Okay, let me just do that. It's annoying. Addy pup, Jesus sweetheart. I'll be back. Alright, I'm almost back, I promise. Oh, man. Okay. Whoop. Sorry. Hi, I'm back. Yes, welcome back, everyone. Okay, I'm back. Um, and here we go. So, I'm back. I'm going to run a test. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute, and I'm going to start typing. And then light edits is, if I recall correctly, 15 words per minute, right? And it's 20 words a minute for video editing and 30 words a minute for heavy edit. So I'm going to do light edits because I'm just typing. I'm just typing, copy typing, and that's how I usually count it when I'm, say, typing up handwritten stuff. So I'm going to count this as 15 words a minute. Maybe we'll snag a few typos on the way. Yeah, we managed to find a few. All right. So, um, 1 minute. Then I'm going to count 15 words. Yes. Okay. Ready? And then if the redeem goes through, we'll know it was working, right? Boom. Let's do it. Okay. Bottom. In command. Um. To move in with him. And one sister. We had disappointed both their families. Okay. Yes. So, okay. Their fathers. Yep. I'm writing a little bit because, yep. Alright, so, that's 1 minute. So we spent 1 minute. The reason I'm doing such a short time. Oh! The pupper! Her name is Addie. She is my parents' well, okay. She's technically my parents' dog, but I was living at the house, I was living with them at the time. And when she was very little, I used to be the first one. She'd be in her crate overnight, and I'd be the first one to walk her in the morning. And now that she's a little older, she gets free roam of the house. But I was, when she was young, I was the first one to walk her every morning. And I was, walked her right when I got back from work, So because I was the first one up in the morning and the first one to walk her and get her breakfast, we developed a bond. Like, she's my girl. And I love her dearly. Unfortunately, when I moved into this apartment, we couldn't have dogs. Or I would have absolutely tried for custody. Like, I would have fought my parents for custody over her if I could have a dog here. But, fortunately, no. But her name is Addie, and she's a cutie pie. And, yeah. Her name's Addie, and she's a good girl. Okay, let's see. Vibe points. Here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Mollusca, Relish, Lapinch, Chiroptera. Okay. 15. 15 points. Yep, it's working. Okay. So that's 15 points for Sarapata. Go Dinos. Um, and um, now we can get into it properly. Oh, that's a cute little bear emote. Okay, there we go. Did I post on my own? I did. Okay, cool. So everyone's kind of hanging. We're doing stream. Let's switch it to stopwatch, and I'm gonna just kind of get into the zone. I'll have the chat. Yeah, if I toggle this right, I can see the chat out of the corner of my eye. So if someone chats, we can pop in and say hi. But for now, let's do that. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see chat. So bye. Here we go. Do this. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Okay. A traveling merchant. Very cool. Being only mildly successful. Only mildly. He hadn't been back to the capital. Huh. Yep, so we got that. Now. Oh, right. There we go. Nazila and Zuleef. Zuleef. Zubik, yes, okay. Zuleef. Just checking that I'm getting my guys right. First moved in. Had just become pregnant with Zuleef. Part of the reason. Um, yep, this is usual household lore for mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you spell immediately? Okay. Okay. Which minced over 4 New York. Mm-hmm. Zoo, zoo, beak, pregnant. She cared. Okay, she cared for and her pregnancy. Light up. Till what's that one? Never mind. Till the end. Recuperated. How do you recuperated? Recuperated. Baby. Zila cared for them both. Yes, within a month. Um, still. Um, Zila, okay. 3 months. Before. Mhm. Just been her first pregnancy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now. Okay. This is where we get the... Okay, this is the household. Now, that's the history of how this household came to be. Alright, still got some of this. Let me... Pause. Well, actually, let's... Right, we're almost at 10 minutes. 9:40. Okay, so we're gonna... Going for a little bit. Had... Just... Fallen into a routine. Nope. There we go. Fallen into a routine. Fallen into a routine. This is how we do. Every day. Okay, yes. Alright, that's about right. We get up. Okay, so that's 10 minutes so far. Blah. I think I could do more. But I wanted to. Alright. Alright, sorry. Stretch is good for you. I was going to send. Mm. I'm just going to check one thing. Well, tell my friend. Okay, I'm going to do this, and bum, and we're going to do. Okay, bum. Alright, so it's on into routine. Okay, 3 more minutes. Alright, I would get up, start the stopwatch again. Would get up. Alright, so would get up and take care of babies. Getting them changed and dressed. Venezuela. Begin to nurse her baby when gets her little one to play. Oh yes, because would nurse, yes. Baby Because she was still little. Yes. To nurse. Begin to nurse. Okay. Okay. Set her little one, who was a little older, to play. I could keep an eye on her. And went. Then, yes. While she. While she. Um. Uh. Uh. When she went and got. Toning. Oh, yeah. I think I even explained all the accessibility settings they have. Dressed. By that time, the men of the household. Awake. Here. Were. Wake. And getting themselves dressed and ready for the day. Yes, we could make coffee and. Alright. Sorry. I realized that, well, in any case, what am I doing? I just quick stretch break. I'm taking a lot of breaks, as you can see, but I'm stopping with that much. Bah. Alright. Okay. Um. Okay, so, back to this. Where are we going? Yes? Yes. Okay, boom. Boom, boom. Here we go. For the day. To bake. Make a large pot of coffee. Them. Mm-hmm. I would cook eggs. Yeah, the men do the cooking, which is helpful. Cheese. Two of them. Would come upstairs. Uh, mm, oops, that's spelled incorrect. Get as long as to her chair and carry her. Well, kids. So, um, enemies from New Zealand. Okay. So she could. Okay. Win the whole household. All right. That. Yes. To work. Zucchini. Zila. Back up the stairs. Back to bed. Speak. Going down. Um. Yeah. Right. Okay, I feel like I'm keep spelling recuperate wrong. Oh. Actually, we have to fix this. Hang on. Sorry, I just gotta check. 10 minutes. Wait, what do I have? Oh! Hi! Why 666? That is... Hang on. Let me pause. I did pause that. Hang on. Yep. I noticed that out of the corner of my eye. Okay. Um... Here, let me do this. I don't know why you picked 666 as your... That would be a... I would not have picked that number, but... I mean, I guess you could just embrace it. Embrace the devil. Yep. The idea is, if you go... Next step. Alright, so I will give a basic spiel about Tournament of Tomes. Okay. So... The Tournament, Game of Tomes is a lore-based, group, writers game. We do fun little writers challenges. Some of the people just write. Sometimes people get really involved in the lore. Some people's 50-50. Essentially, you create a Gotsona and you pick a house. You don't even have to have a Gotsona necessarily. The next step would be... I'm telling you, next step. Listen. The next step, if you want to join God, you have to pick a house. Um... Uh... Um... Um... You can redeem your words for... I'm typing this in chat, too. Newton is a good friend of mine who I'm slowly convincing to join Twitch and be part of GOT, which is very exciting. Uh-huh. Um... Yeah. Boom. Blah. Yeah, so basically you just... Sorry. Stretching, making silly sounds. Okay. Point is, um... yeah. You have to pick a house to represent, and then you can go from there. Um... Yeah. And the house is not permanent. You can stay for... You can switch houses, for this tournament. Once you redeem for one house, you're stuck with that house, but, you can, you know, switch houses next tournament, or in July, or for the Word War in November, or, you know. So, um, they all have... That's why I sent you the website, is because they all have different lore. Bleh. Exactly. Um, yeah. You just pick your house. And then if you go onto the Discord, which I will... I think there's a link to the GOT Discord. There should be a... I know there's a link to my Discord. I don't know if... No, I gotta find the right, thingamabobs. But yeah, if you go into the Game of Tomes Discord, then you can talk... Yes! Haha! Yeah, Quill's on it. Yep, that's the one. If you join the GOT Discord, then you can hang out. Yes, exactly. Join the GOT Discord, and then you are, you say, hi, I'm new, and I'm just joining the tournament now, and then you will meet Sable, and all of the other cool people who are, on there, and you can then, and if you join a house, you can then hang out with the other house people, you can build a Godsona, do lore, yeah, just jump on the Discord, go say hi, and then, that's how you connect. That's the main thing. Of course, you can always pop into chat and say hi in chat, and if you're, you kind of get to recognize the right people in chat. I don't know if you can actually hear, so. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Blech. You can also count editing as, though there's a whole spiel on how you count editing, but essentially if you edit, you can count it by time. There's a way of counting my words edited, but you count a certain fraction, but the thing is, if you're depending on the type of editing, you might end up with fewer words or more words than you started with, and then which one do you use? That's why I always go by time. Although with light edits, it's not going to be that many more words, just because. And for something like this, which is the typing, which I'm counting as light edits, you have the same number of words. It's pretty obvious how much you typed. I'm counting it by time, though. I have the stopwatch going. I have it paused, but I've gotten 20 minutes worth in so far, so that's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, sorry, I kind of make a weird noise when I'm stretching, and got to keep myself limber because, um, oh, yes, I spelled yourself wrong. Hang on. Yeep, beep, bop, boop. All you gotta do is do it. Um, you see, this piece of cake. Um, blip. Um, yep. Eliminations only apply. Yeah. And eliminations only apply in November. The tournament, no. Yeah, tournament. There is no. What's the word? Eliminations. No eliminations in the tournament. Just shenanigans. Um, yes. We have convinced to come to God. But yeah, basically that the house you join is. It is what it is. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I should set this up very briefly. Uh, Dang it, no. I have a Sarapata logo that I used to put up, and that got lost when I switched computers. So I'm going to have to get another Sarapota logo, and then put that up so we can, like, have that vibe. Um, yeah. Let's see. Student said he taught. Oh, yes, they probably should chicken on him. I should put that in there. Okay, we'll put this. I'm going to at least get a little bit more back to this. I have to type this up because, um, well, basically Microsoft is being stupid, and I can't edit. I have it as a Word document that I cannot edit, cannot open with any program other than the one program that doesn't work for editing, and can't even copy paste. So I'm typing it up into a Word document that I can actually use. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm almost maybe halfway done. I have a lot of. It was supposed to be a murder mystery. Well, I'm in Sarapata. Lapin's always, a good beginner house. They're the friendliest, most roleplay heavy. Penwall's always good. Pandas are nice. Avis is kind of a floaty house. They float between different houses, and they're a minor house, so you technically reporting for Chiroptera, which is the bats. I picked Sarapata because it was the fewest people. Um, but, um, but yeah, I would say you could pick the house whose animal appeals to you the most. We're gonna have an ad break. Yeah. Um. One of the woodlander houses, which is Lapin and Melee. Melis. Are like good ones for beginners, I think. But you know. And then there's also Mollusca, if you feel deep sea vibes. Basically, I would say pick the one animal feels the most vibes. Is a good one. Um. Dinosaurs are cool, I will say. Um. But the bats are fun. Um. And then you can come up with a good in-law reason. You can get a Gotsona who's as close to you or as different for you than as you want, and then um, start getting a little bit. You don't even have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to do role play. Blah blah. Okay, we're gonna have an ad break, so I'm going to stretch a little bit and blah. Boom. Let me. Yeah, that's why I kept linking you to the Yeesh. All right. Yeah, and that's where the website. Let me see. What is? Does the website say anything? Um. Yeah, if you go to the website, there's a there should be a list of houses somewhere. Um. I will find. Tell you what. I will find the lore, basic information. Um. There should be a. There should be a whole list of houses somewhere. Um. Hmm. There should be a list of players. Word crawls, no. Lore. History. No, come on. There's got to be a. Is there really no like list of houses? There should be one somewhere. Oh, there's at the top. There's the list of houses at the very top of the website. Um, yeah. Uh, yes. There it is. I found it eventually. I feel like there should be a list somewhere. Yeah. I am learning things. House guide would be a helpful thing to have. That might be something for Lapin, but oh, I think I worked right through the ad. Dang it, right through the ad break. Oh. All right, but we're back. So welcome back. I didn't even do anything. I was too busy looking at trying to find like a list of houses, but um ha, there you found it. I couldn't figure it out. Let's see if it works. It does work. Um, Iluris, Vampira, Lapin, Serpana, um, then Meles and Avis. Um, wait, Meles is aligned with I think Meles is aligned with Penwall, not Sarpada. I think that and I know the birds are writing for Avis. No, Aurelis. Yeah, I think the birds are writing for Iloris, and Meles is with either no, no. The Avis is writing for Corruptora, and I think Meles is with Lapin, I think. Or, no, is with Iluris. Meles is with Iluris, and Avis is with Corruptora. So, because the minor houses swap around who they're supporting every once in a while. No, well, I mean, yes, exactly. Um, see, your great minds think alike. I can't check chat all the time, but um, um, blech. All right. Current houses. Okay, yes. But yeah, the Avis, Laris, Meles, Mollusca. Yep. But yeah, I think yeah, I mean they're writing together either way. Um I think Meles is the minor house now and Aluris is the major. They switched it and now Meles is writing for Aluris rather than Aluris writing for Meles. But yeah, they're teaming up. They're team now. Mm. I need to take one of these before I forget. Boom. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna start writing gum, at least for a little bit. And we're gonna go here, and... Okay, then we go here, and start the... Boom. Okay. Yes, I have like 7... This is the bane of being a streamer, is you have like 7 things open at once. Okay. So all your stuff shows up, and then all the things you need for the background. Okay, let's... 20 minutes so far. We have 20 minutes of actual editing versus 20 minutes of actual editing versus 50 minutes of streaming. So I think we need to at least make that a little more. So let's do it. Are we ready? I'm going back to writing for a little bit. I have chat kind of in the corner so I can kind of see. Yes. Right. Let me go here and hit that. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, here we go. He taught a few dozen. And would set up, okay, yes. And, blah, blah, blah. And, nope, not capitalize. And would set up, um, 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 to be, oh yes, they went to check on him. They're not leaving him completely alone. They're coming, you know, they're leaving him and then coming and checking on him. Everyone's one would set up, lessons in the front room. He taught a few dozen students. In the first part of the day. Usually those from families who wanted to keep their children for whatever reason. Okay, usually political. Yep, usually, yep, political. Alright, that was cool. Yes. A good number of parents were partially, parents were partly concerned, city school allowed sorcerer children. Yeah. Um. Yep. No sorcerer children in his early class. Ah, yes. Associating. Yep. Um, yep. There were private schools and oh yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Then, later in the afternoon, noon, we taught a smaller crop of students. Yeah, this is usually those who needed extra help. Yep, the first one is racist parents' kids. The second group is special ed, essentially, who needed extra help, or those bullied out of the city school by their peers, allowed or as to sit in on these lessons, which, yeah. Yeah, so first part of the day, wealthy parents who don't want their kids associated with sorcery. Second part of the day, special ed, essentially. Yep. Which makes sense. Okay, just checking chat, make sure anyone's in there. Which was, um, um, yes, was the only education he was likely to get while the city schools did admit lower. And most completed. For years at most. And that was before ranked in. Was socially awkward and sensitive. Though he was oversensitive. Um, uh, quite bright. Yep. Okay, so there's that. We can revisit that later. The rest of the household spent the day. The household was with me. The day. Doing managed. Between for children. For Glasses. And this, and go here and switch this. Okay. Covered. Okay, it's 3:04 from breakfast. Um, we're gonna finish this sentence because it's a lot of big sentences. Bathe. Using the sluice room. Sluice room. Okay, hang on. How do we spell this? It's L-U. I see. Floor. They're inventing walking. Essentially, they're inventing adaptive bathing because it's a, it's a um, basically they're inventing between that flowed. Yep, they have a sewer system. Okay, so let me stop. 32. Okay, so boom. All right, so hang on. Let me save my work first because you always save. Yes, we are using rich text formats. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Um, bring out your words. Bring out your words. Anyone who is writing, attention. Anyone who's writing, I am ending the stream soon, so you gotta bring your words. Let me go here. Uh, um, let me go. Bring out your words. There we go. Bring out your words. Bring out your words. Let's see. What do I got? Anyone who is writing has to report them by the end of the stream, or you're going to have to get special permission from Zabel to report them otherwise, and it's kind of a pain, so let's do this. Are we ready? Go to math. Okay, so you get current word count. Hang on. How to count. Nope, that's the houses one. Where to count their words. Yes. Heavy, light editing. Transcription, yes. 15 words per minute. So we had 32 minutes. Well, 33. We're rounding up because Sable said we try to count. You say round up. Always round up. Count in favor. So 33 times 15 is 150 times 3, which is 300. 450 plus 3 times 15 is. So 450 plus 30 is 480 plus another 15 is 495, right? Yep, 495. So, 495 for Sarapata. Oh, for fudge's sake. Okay. Yep, this is what happens. Okay, give me a minute. Everyone. Hey, hold still. We will make this go. Okay, let me go to... Da 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 da. Okay, yep. We are going to... Boom, 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 boom. But nope, not hard report. Minor house. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this is the thing. If you're, if the, with the, not that one. Okay, yes. So if you, yeah, if the bot is, ugh, it's probably because it's messing around. Okay, let me go here, and, nope, I have to go here. There we go. 495 words for Sarapata. Um, uh, okay. Uh, um, okay, I fixed it, so you should be able to report your words. Um, uh, yeah, because, probably because the bot's being changed, you have to re-up them every single time manually, which is kind of pain, but, um, everyone's going to get your words in. So, everyone report your words. Should go through. Bring out your words. Bring out your words. Yeah. So, ooh, thank you all for hanging out with me. A raid. Let's see if there's anyone cool we can raid. I'm going to, blah, 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 da, da, nope. I'm going to, we're gonna go to this, okay, so there's Steve. Let's see, we got the GOT lobby, we got JC, Angel in Darkness, yep, is a GOT stream, and then we have Winter. Generally, I don't know if, Sable's live too. Yes, Sable is live, so we should report. Yep. Okay, so everyone, we're gonna raid into Sable, who is the head of GOT, and maybe not the head of GOT, but she is the Queen of Canada, generally, or at least in GOT first, she's Queen of Canada. She's generally cool. Yep, we are raiding into Sable, everyone. So, everyone, take care of yourselves. Hydrate, rest, you know, all that jazz, as needed. Take care of yourselves, be good, don't do anything stupid, what else? Huh. Okay. Alright, off we trot. We're going to see Sable. Let's go. Did I save? Yes, I saved. Okay. Let's go see Sable. Sorry, I really need to go see Sable. Alright, we're going to Sable. Let's roll. Welcome to the Warren. Boom. Yep, Sable's just starting, so perfect timing to raid into. And for April, we are going to probably raid a lot into Sable and other GOT people. JC Boom, other cool GOT people. For that. Where did it go? Boop. Alright. We could raid. Yep. There's that. Let me just end the stream.